Hello and welcome back to Dark Souls. When I last left off, I'd just beaten the Centipede Demon, and we'd just come through to this area. I spoke to Solaire, who's upset that he still can't find his son. But yeah, now just double check that I have got the orange charge ring on. You do not want to take that off because there is going to be a lot of running through lava in this area, and you need to make sure that you've got the orange charge ring on. Otherwise, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. But yeah, this area is called Lost Izalith. Izalith, obviously, the Witches of Izalith, or the Witch of Izalith being the one of the recipients of the Lord's Soul. So this is Izalith, and it looks like a lovely place. Absolutely lovely. Looks like the exact same sort of place I'd want to live, but yeah. This lava is really bright. I'm glad they fixed it in Dark Souls 2 because there is an area filled with lava and it is significantly less bright and a lot easier to actually see things. But there's a lot of these things around which basically appear to just be like the lower half of dragons. But well, when the game first came out, it was very difficult to avoid them. But there was a patch that made it a lot easier. They seem less likely to aggro on you. But there's still some more of these statue things around. Just murder them. There should be an entrance to this somewhere. There we are. Right. Now I have aggroed one of the dragon things, as you can see. Fortunately, though, he can't get in here, although that can. So I'll just kill that. I'm not sure whether I should actually try and kill this or whether I should just run. I think running will probably be the better option, and it's definitely an easy option. So what you want to do is you want to just run up this long tree trunk or root or whatever they are. I suppose they're more like roots. So yeah, you want to run up here. Because up here there is an item. I can't remember what it is, but oh, it's Twin Humanities. Pretty good. Right. Once you've grabbed that, you want to drop down somewhere where it's a bit safer to drop down. So I just drop down onto here, and then drop down to the floor. Right. This wall here, that's the direction you want to go, but this wall here you're going to want to hit, because this is a bonfire. And so many people miss this bonfire, and I think this is really unfair, because the boss that is coming up is one of the most frustrating. It's actually not one of the most frustrating. This boss that is coming up is probably the most frustrating boss in the game, and I highly doubt anyone beat it on their first attempt. And so as to put the bonfire that's nearest to the boss behind a hidden wall is a bit cruel. But I'm going to kindle this as much as I can, because why not? I've got so little left to do in this game, and I've got so much humanity left over. I mean, if I was planning on doing New Game Plus runs, then maybe I would try and save some humanity, but I'm really not, so I'm just going to use up this humanity, I might as well. I'm not going to need to do any summons either, because the only bosses I have left are not going to be... I'm not going to be needing summons to beat them anyway. But yeah, once you come from there, you run up that bit, and you run up another tree route, and that will bring you to this area, which is a lot less filled with lava. But you can actually make a run from here straight towards the boss, and you can get there quite quickly. But the first run I'm going to do through here, I'm going to explore a bit. And I'm going to show off some of the stuff that you can find in this area. And that means it's trying to take some of these guys out. Oh, there we go. I've actually got some of them breathing fire now. Luckily, they're really easy to kill, so it's not really a problem that they start breathing fire. But if you want, I will probably show this off when I'm going for the boss. You can just run past these really easily because they are fairly slow. Then up here you've got this thing. I've no idea what this is called, but it's a weird tentacle thing. Basically the entire top of it is a mouth, and it will try and grab you and throw you into its mouth. But what you want to do is you just want to run around it because they're really slow. And there you go. Really easy to kill, even though it looks monstrous. Now up here, there's going to be a pyromancer, and this is one of the Daughters of Chaos. There we go. She is the only one that is left that is still sort of human. Or just sort of like not a horrific creature. But I want to kill her quickly because I'm going to get invaded by Kirk. Luckily, I can just parry him, and now he's dead. Okay, now I'll get back over here because actually I'll just wait for this to go away. 26,000 souls. For that, really. Okay. Izalith Catalyst, what did he drop? He dropped the Spike Shield. But the Izalith Catalyst, if I take a look at it, where is it? It'll be way down here, won't it? Yeah. Catalyst of the Witch of Izalith of long ago, when her daughters were still flame witches before they were engulfed by the Chaos Flame. Before the birth of pyromancy, their wands were mediums of sorcery, but for knowledge of this flame sorcery has long since vanished. So yeah, they were all like that. They were all just sort of people, but then they all got turned into horrific monsters, except for her. But yeah, through there is the boss. That's the boss fog gate, but we're not going to go through there just yet. We're going to explore around this way instead. So we've got another one of these things. Again, fairly easy to avoid. Just run around the sides of it. I think they do drop some form of Titanite, but it's a rare drop. Chaos Fire Whip. I've never been big on pyromancy, but I don't know if that's any good. No, I don't think there are any more hidden walls, but I just thought I'd check. Now, where's the... I've missed a bit somewhere. Where's the bit that goes down? Ah, there it is. Right. Back down here, there is a route that goes down, and you come down here, you can find some more of these statue things. Again, these are really just not a problem at all at this stage, especially if you've left this to the as the last of the areas you explore. To be honest, I think even if you come here earlier on, these aren't much of a problem. But from here you can get to this area. And there will be a Titanite demon out here. So yeah. This one is a problem because of the fact that he's on this narrow ledge and he can quite easily knock you back off that ledge. So I'm going to have to be somewhat careful here. Oh god. You know what, I'm just going to go one-handed. I'd like to have my shield out and ready to go at all times. Another interesting fact about this particular Titanite demon is this is the only one in the game that respawns. So this is how you can farm Demon Titanite if you're looking for some extra to upgrade certain weapons. This is the only one that does actually respawn when you visit a bonfire. Although it is the most frustrating to kill, because, as I've said, narrow ledge, easily get knocked off, and I've done that quite a few times. I'm hoping to not do it right now. Come on, a few more hits, and I should have him. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, I'm fucking up quite badly. Have a an Estus. Come on, a couple more hits. There we go, right. Good. But yeah, there we go. Got a couple of Demon Titanites off him, so yeah, you can use him to farm them. And unfortunately, because I didn't do something here, we're now going to get a bit of a sad ending for one of the characters we've met in our journey, or at least we should do. Unless I've done something wrong, but I suppose I've done something wrong by getting the sad ending, but I'd... Oh, get the damn lizards. There we go. More Twinkling Titanite. There he is. And unfortunately, this is Solaire. This is the Knight Solaire. And he is actually hollowed. But there we go. He's found his own son.
My very own son. I am the son. I've done it.
I'm very sorry I had to put you down, Solaire, but
My son. It's so dark.
that is a bit sad, but he does drop his entire armour set, his sword and his shields. And if we go and kill these things, these are called sunlight maggots, I believe. And this is what Solaire had on his head, was one of these things. And there is always a specific one, which is one with red eyes, which was this one, which drops a sunlight maggot. Basically this here, this is a shortcut. So I touch that door and that opens this shortcut. And this goes back to Demon Ruins. Now, you can open it from the sides I just opened it from then. Or you can open it from this side that I'm on now. But only if you're, I believe it's level 2 of... Basically, when you join a covenant, you can level up in that covenant by doing certain things. It's different things for different covenants. But you become a Chaos Servant, so you speak to Quelaag's sister, the Fair Lady, and you can become a Chaos Servant. And the way you level up in her covenant is you give her humanity. If you give her 30 humanity, you become level 2, and you can open this shortcut from the other side. And this shortcut, I'll show you where it is on the other side. This is the Demon Ruins. So, oh god, hello. I didn't want to aggro you, really. But yeah, this area behind me is where you fight the Demon Fire Sage. So just before you fight the Demon Fire Sage, you can come down to the right here, and there is this area. And as I said, there is that shortcut, but you can only use that shortcut from this side if you are level 2 of the Chaos Servants. But basically, if you open the shortcut from this side, you can kill all the sunlight maggots, and if you kill the one that's got the red eyes, then Solaire will not come down here, and he will not get it on his head, and he will not hollow. And you can actually then summon Solaire for the final boss fight. But the ending we've had there is we've had Solaire hollowing out, because it's very annoying to farm 30 humanity to give to the Fair Lady in order to open that shortcut. But basically the sunlight maggot, it's a weird parasite, but what it does is it emanates a blinding light. So there you go. You can't really see, well, you can see its effects alright actually. It just creates a light source. So if you come here before going to the Tomb of the Giants, this is actually pretty useful, because you can wear this as headgear, and you don't need to have a lantern, so you can actually have a sword and a shield equipped. but I just find this area... I dislike this area, so I kind of end up leaving it till the last area I go to. I don't mind so much having the Skull Lantern equipped when going through Tomb of the Giants, but as a novice player, you might want to come here first and get the Sunlight Maggot and then wear that through the Tomb of the Giants. But basically, yeah, the fact that it emanates that light is why Slayer believed that he had found his own son. But if you do save him, if you don't let him go hollow there, then what ends up happening is he basically just gets really miserable that he will never find his own son. So I prefer to actually let Solaire be happy for a bit and then unfortunately die, rather than just denying him his happiness forever. But now that we've explored there, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually have an attempt at the boss. So this should be fun. Now I'm actually going to put on the Wolf Ring because I want more poise for this fight. Because you have two options here, you can either block or dodge, and I'll explain what you'll be blocking or dodging once we get down there. But I find it significantly easier to, well, if I'm doing a Dex character I will dodge, but with this character it'll be significantly easier for me to just block. But basically this is the boss. The Bed of Chaos. This is what the Witch of Izalith has now become. And you will immediately notice that there are two large glowing orbs on either side of the thing. Now, if you've ever played a game in your life, that will immediately scream weak point. And that's because it is. You want to run down to either of these and just attack it. You break through the branches and you attack it, and once you deal any sort of damage, this will happen. And we have now entered phase 2 of the most annoying boss fight in the game, of which there are 3 phases. Phase 1 was destroying one of those orbs. Phase 2 will be destroying the second one, which is significantly harder, because as you can see the floor starts collapsing. So yeah. Oh, now I'm going to have to heal. Oh. No. Oh, I'm in trouble now. Right, block, and then block that way, and then heal. Come on. And then block that way, and then start running. Okay. And now, oh god. Oh god, no, this is not good, this is not good, this is not good. Block. Block. Heal. Block. Block. Heal. Block. Block. Right, I'm gonna have to just run for it. Right, okay, this isn't going particularly well, but I've made it to the second orb first try. That's brilliant. I don't usually do that. I usually end up getting knocked back by one of those arms and into a pit, which is really frustrating, and it's basically the biggest problem with this boss is it's so easy for that to happen, that you get knocked back by one of the arms and into a pit. But basically, now that I've destroyed both of those orbs, phase 3 begins, and I am almost certainly going to die here. I'd be very surprised if I didn't, because I've been very lucky so far not to die. But we will see. Basically, I just want to run down this way and avoid the pits again. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh no. Heal. That was a bit lucky. Right, basically what you want to do then is you want to run towards the centre, and a big pit will appear. And you want to fall down the pit and onto this tree root, and I've missed it. There we go. I knew I was going to die at least once. I was fairly sure I was going to die at least once anyway. I was very, very sure. I don't think I've ever beaten the Bed of Chaos in one attempt. I don't think I've ever done all 3 stages of it in one attempt. But basically, I had the wolf ring on there to boost my poise so I could block those things a bit easier. If you do switch out a ring because you want some other benefit when you're in that room, don't forget to switch out the orange charge ring once you come back, because I've done that a few times and ran into the lava and just burnt to death immediately. But yeah, now I'm going to demonstrate how you can just run past all these things, because they are really easy to avoid. Fortunately, if you get that second bonfire, it's not so bad getting back to the Bed of Chaos. The issue is most people don't know that second bonfire is there because it's hidden, and it means running back from all the way by where Solaire was, which means running through the entirety of Lost Izalith to get here, which is really, really annoying to do, especially when you end up dying to the Bed of Chaos 5 or 6 times, which can happen really easily. Because apart from assuming that you're going to attack the glowing weak spots, most people might be able to get to 1 on their first attempt, but then you're not going to be anticipating the floor collapsing out from underneath you, and you're probably just going to fall in a hole then. This is a really cheap boss in my opinion, and it's my least favourite boss in the game because of that, because there is just... it's so ridiculously unlikely that you're going to beat this boss on the first attempt. Now, Capra Demon is pretty much like that. It's pretty unlikely that you're going to beat the boss on your first attempt, but there's at least a small chance. With this, there is like pretty much 0 chance that you're going to beat this on your first attempt. Let's just heal up to full because I can. Right, block, and then block. No, didn't need to block. Okay, I want to get a bit closer and then do that again. So block, and then get hit by the Chaos Flame. Heal. This is just going so poorly. Right, come on, quickly now. Block, and then quickly run down onto the roots. Let's get it this time. Right, okay. You're safe as long as you're below the swipes of the arm. You can still get knocked off when you're there, but I think I've done it now. Maybe. There's just one small chance. There's one last attack it can pull off, which is this fireball thing, and oh, I got caught by it a bit, but I managed to survive. But you've just got to be wary because that can still happen. But once you get here, this is actually the boss. This is the Bed of Chaos, this maggot. This is what the Witch of Izalith has become, the Chaos Maggot. And this thing has 1 HP. So literally any damage you deal to it will kill the thing. But there we go. My least favourite fight in the game. Thankfully, only took me 2 attempts. And we get the final Lord Soul, and we get some humanity as well. And now I'm going to light this bonfire. And I'm going to level up, because why not? Let's just stick everything in Vitality, because more health is always great. And then I'm going to warp. And the place I'm going to warp, because I've just realised there's an area that I haven't explored yet. So I'm going to warp to the Daughter of Chaos bonfire. Because that's going to be it for this episode. But in the next episode, we're going to be exploring an area called the Great Hollow. Well, actually, we're going to be exploring 2 areas. We're going to be exploring the Great Hollow, and then we'll explore Ash Lake. So I will see you then.